Hey everyone, Melissa Rose with Sagebrush Wellness here. I want to spend just a little bit of time with you going through what you're actually going to be receiving in the Gut Recovery Blueprint. One of the reasons I'm so excited to finally be able to offer this program is this unique feature that we've built in where it's a group program, yes, but it's also an individual program, and we run them intertwined. And this is what I mean. So let's pop over here. I'm going to share screen with you guys. So first of all, let's kind of run through what you will be getting in the program. Here is our page that really goes through the 12-week program and really understanding the things that you will be receiving. A couple of the things that I want to lean into hard in this video with you is that we are, as part of this program, we are including two very powerful tests. So when you're thinking about what is happening in the body, what is going on for you, we want to know that too, right? We need the puzzle pieces. So let's go down here. Okay, so you'll be getting bi-weekly group coaching and accountability calls with your practitioner. And the first time through, this is going to be me. And I cannot wait to be able to serve you in this way. So let's talk about the next thing on this list. What is a comprehensive stool test? And what's the big deal, right? So as you probably have gathered, I've been doing work with autoimmune conditions for a lot of years, and I specialize in really helping you unravel what's happening in your body. And one of the most common tests I use to understand that and get clarity around that, as well as help you know what to do to really balance your gut, is this. Let me go here. So this is the GI map. And if you want to do some more research around this, you can go to diagnosticsolutionsLab.com. And I'm going to be looking up this way just a little bit because I've got two screens and I want to be able to read that and share with you. So when we're looking at the GI map, the overall information that we want to gain from it is, do we have any bacterial pathogens? So this first page really goes through the big, fat, hairy, scary things that could be going sideways in the body, right? Often we don't have anything on this page. The most common ones that I see on this page are things like Salmonella, E. coli. I've seen a little bit of Giardia. We've seen several cases of Giardia come through, but a lot of times we learn more from this page for folks. So it's a really important thing to understand whether you have H. pylori or not. If you have just straight up H. pylori, or if we have a virulence factor that we're dealing with. We also get to see the commensal or keystone bacteria. This is the bacteria that we need to have in our bodies. We need a good range. These are the good guys, right? They're really helping us be well and healthy. And if this balance is off, we need to work really hard to bring that back, right? This is usually the page that gives us the most information. And I know I'm flying through this really quickly, but I welcome you to do your own research around these test results. This lets us see opportunistic and overgrowth microbes. What is causing problems in your gut? So by seeing what someone is coming up positive with and what the levels are, I can pretty much tell you what you're experiencing as far as symptoms. And it really doesn't matter what your diagnosis is. Often from this page, I can tell you exactly what's going on in your body, right? And we can have an actionable plan for how to address that. We get to see inflammatory and autoimmune related bacteria, a wide range of it. We get to see fungal and yeast overgrowth. This is a huge deal, especially if you have neurological symptoms going on. We get to see two of the most common viruses that are at the bottom of autoimmune conditions. We get to see if you have some parasites or worms. And to be really honest with you, this isn't a very good parasite test. There are better ways to test for parasites, but it's in here. And if you're going to be tested, and we'll read this through and gain whatever clues we can from it. This is perhaps the most important page for me as your practitioner, really getting to see your intestinal health markers. What is going on in the body? Okay. What is happening in the digestive tract? We're working on healing the gut, right? So we need to know what's happening there. Very, very important markers here. Secretory IgA, anticoagulant, eosinophil activation protein. We get to see your calprotectin, that's an inflammation number, and we get to see zonulin. It's a really, really broad spectrum, packed full of information test that I am really excited about offering to you as part of this program. All right, so let's pop back over here. When you get your test result back, you and I will be going through that and really digging into what we see and being able to customize what we need to do to address what we see, right? Food sensitivity test and interpretation by your practitioner. All right, let's go over and look and see what this is. So we'll be using the KBMO Fit 132 test. I like using this one because it's looking for IgA reactivity in the body, which is delayed inflammatory response in the body. So for example, if we are eating a food and 10 minutes after we eat, our belly feels terrible, we're running to the bathroom, we're sick, we have intense pain, it's pretty easy to connect that with a food. But often, if food is part of the inflammation trigger that is causing imbalance in your immune system, a lot of times it can be this, an IgA triggered mediation or inflammation in the body. So we need to understand that, right? So often the reaction doesn't happen until the day after, or even up to 3 days after we've ingested the food. So we really need to be aware of these things. Often they're foods we have all the time, right? And we don't have more than 3 days in between. So this is really an important piece. We get to see them in 3 layers. We get to see the 4+ reactivity, 3+, and 2+. And when I go over this test result with you, we'll really go through what does it mean, right? Do you have to take these out forever? Which ones can you bring it back in? What does this actually mean for your day-to-day life, right? So when we go over your test results, we'll be talking through how do we actually use this as actionable information. The second page is almost more important, I think, because we're able to see the foods that are safe, right? That we do not have an IgG reaction to. A lot of clients that come in have narrowed down their food intake to so narrow, and because of the difficulties in their gut. And when we move into this and they're like, oh my goodness, you mean I can have avocados? You mean I can have figs? It opens their world to foods that are safe, that they're able to bring in to really nourish them, right? So I really love this second page. Let me see here. Here's a really good, explanation of this and what we're doing and why, right? This is a key one. We always, oh goodness, it doesn't show this. In this test, we also get to check for Candida. So you'll almost be double checking. We get to check for zonulin and Candida in this test. We also get that feedback in the GI map. So I'm really excited to be able to offer these to you. These are really, really important when we're looking at finding sustainable wellness, right? So you'll get 3 personal customized calls with me in this program. This is where we really dig deep into you and what is happening for you, right? And we're able to customize what we put into the protocol for you. We've got some great guides coming in. There are only 2 listed. We've got a whole handful and maybe more than that we're creating for you. So excited for these to be something that you can really lean into for lifestyle shifts. We'll be using a food symptom bowel movement personal journal. This is really, really important to be able to track your progress. We'll be using a success tracker questionnaire at the start and finish to be able to map your actual results. You will have access to me and our other coaches that are serving with me in this really amazing blueprint. So something else that I want to lean into with you that I feel really is useful and just puts this on the next level for you is I go deep into the physical side, physiological, what is out of balance in the body, how to bring it back in, and how to achieve sustainable wellness for you. But I've also partnered with 2 of our other coaches. Matt Rowe will be doing in-depth mindset work with you. And one of the reasons this is so important is because if we don't think that we can be well, we won't be well. It's just that simple. Our mind gets in the way of what our bodies want to be so badly. So leaning into your work with Matt, that is going to be a pivotal piece for you. Later on in the program, you will be meeting with Janelle. She is an amazing coach that really goes deep into what can be holding you back. So looking at really what's going on inside, even in the subconscious piece for us. A lot of times we've been working on this for quite some time, right? Especially if this has been your life and you've been experiencing illness for quite some time and you've tried all the things. This is the first program I know of that goes in depth using masters of their coaching space. So I can dig into the functional medicine side, really go deep. That's something that's my space of genius for how many years now. Matt, his space of genius is really leaning into the mindset space. And he has an amazing story of his own recovery from multiple sclerosis around this. And Janelle really takes it to the next level for you. So I'm excited for you to join us in this, quite frankly, transformational program. This is what we've put together for you, and I'm so excited for you to join us. Please, if you've got any questions, you can tap one of the team, you can email us. I believe at the bottom of this page, there's a link to be able to actually, right here. If you still have questions, you can book in for a 30-minute with me. I'm happy to go over anything that you have questions about, but I'm so excited to go through this with you and experience being able to walk beside you as you become well and to witness your recovery journey. Talk soon.